Okay, here's the fourth rubric video. And this one's important because inevitably we're going to make mistakes, right? So we think we have our whole design figured out. We create a rubric, we put it on the assignment, and we quickly learn as we're using the rubric that it is not what we want. So we can kind of fudge it and go through with students, or we can make it through one class and then correct it for the next class and then not have to worry about that. So maybe our first three groups of presenters, it's not as accurate as we would like. But better yet, let's make the correction and let's review before we actually try to implement that rubric. So this is how you do it. I've got an assignment down here. It's called Rubric Build. And I'm going to click on the triple dot, and then I'm going to click Edit. And then I'm going to click on my rubric. And when I go through my rubric and review what I've put in, if I find mistakes from my copying and pasting or spelling errors, or this looks goofy right here, I want to edit this, okay? And then the other thing that I've looked at, and actually after I built this rubric, and I thought I was being smart when I put it together legitimately for this class, what I noticed was I have one category that says response to audience questions, and then I have another one that says participate in team presentations. And when I really think about the criteria and how they compare to each other, they kind of conflict, and it's going to be challenging for me to create a group assignment and then assign a grade to every member of that group. And this is why. Does not address audience questions or goes off topic. What if that's just one kid? What if that's not all the kids in the group? And then down here, not all team members participate, only one or two speak. Why do the rest of the kids get docked points because two kids are shy or not prepared and they don't participate? So what I really want to look at is the response to audience questions. If one student starts going off track and another student kicks in and corrects that individual and gives a clear example, then I don't want to take off points. I might address the student who is inaccurate separately and figure that part out, but I want to try to make this as generalized as possible. So what you need to know is how to edit. So I've got my rubric build rubric here, and if I click on, again, the triple dot, it allows me to edit. And then I can go through and I can find this last criteria, and I don't like it. So I'm going to scroll up, go to the triple dot, and I'm going to delete this criterion. You'll also notice that when I click that button, maybe as I'm grading, I'd rather grade one criterion before the other. You know, it just kind of makes more sense logically. I built this and then I think about it afterwards, and shoot, I'm always thinking about this criterion before I think about the others. So I could actually move the criterion up in my list so that when I go to grade, it's that much more effective and that much more efficient.